going off about Cruz supporters not, coming on board. Finally, Sean Hannity said, you know what? I'm not even talking about it anymore. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because it's over. We got our nominee, and I'm going to be focused on how we're going to beat Hillary.
Right.
And so everybody else, it's like they just can't let it go. And you know who's been keeping it alive is Paul Ryan, or Paul Rhino, as we call him.
Paul Rhino he keeps dumping fuel into
the Never Trump.
On the Never Trump. And the little Never Trump car, the little tiny clown car in the parade, that's what the Never Trump people are riding in. There's like 100 of them in a little clown car, and they're all clowns. And Paul Rhino keeps running up to it when it runs out of fuel, and he dumps more fuel in the tank.
I see. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
And
analogy.
We've got a major problem with that. So guess who came out this week? Out the closet. Sylvester Stallone. I love me some Trump.
Oh, really?
Yes. Shocking. People are coming out left and right. Matt Damon. Not Matt Damon, but his other... Affleck.
Oh, yeah, Affleck.
Ben Affleck is railing against Trump, saying that he'll never be president. It must be Hillary.
Yeah, this is a guy who is the most smug. I mean, he's one of the people, I don't know where he came. You know what it was? Him and Matt Damon produced the biography, their autobiography, Good Will Hunting.
Oh.
They truly believe they're that smart.
Right.
They were like, wouldn't it be awesome? Or they didn't say, wouldn't it be awesome? They're
Isn't
saying,
it awesome?
Isn't it awesome? Isn't it awesome that we're this smart? Let's make a movie about it. They truly believe. They got this make-believe story about how smart Matt Damon is. And, Ben Affleck was like, well, I'm that smart too, but I'll just let Matt Damon... In fact, I'm the real smart one here.
I'll let Matt Damon tell all y'all how smart I am.
Yeah. So if you ever seen him interviewed on O'Reilly Factor, he talks like he's the guy, Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for liberalism, for progressivism.
George Clooney has a new name now.
Oh, boy.
They're referring to him as George Clowney.
Clowney?
Yeah, because he's a clown.
I thought it was George Clueless.
Oh, could be that too. He's also railing for Hillary. He said Hillary must be president, and I love this. I love this actor.
Do they have a reason?
Yeah, I don't know. And I love this actor. He's the greatest ever in all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The Jack Sparrow. I love you, Jack. I just don't love who you are in real life.
Is he coming out for Hillary?
Yes.
Oh,
so check this out. We got a guy there's a guy on Facebook and YouTube. He's all over the place. He's got a lot of followers. I've talked with him. He's funny as all get out. His name's Steve Spell 2. That's what he calls himself, Steve Spell 2. Maybe there's a Steve Spell 1. I'm not sure.
He tried to get Steve Spell, and it wasn't available. So he went to Steve Spell 1, and that wasn't available.
No. So he stuck on Steve Spell 2.
Okay.
And he has been an always Trumpster from the very beginning.
Kind of like us. I mean, we've been with Trump. As soon as I wasn't sure he was going to.
I didn't know if he was going to win it.
Right.
But I loved how he just. I think he's on my top 3 list of all-time trollsters that I absolutely admire.
Okay, all right.
Because, and then again, it's not really that hard to troll these people up in D.C. either.
He's been trolling this week. We'll have to talk about it. Interesting.
But Steve Spell comes out with these rants, if you will, these video rants, and he puts them up on Facebook and YouTube. And this week, I've got a soundbite of him ranting on George Clooney.
Well, I can't wait to hear it because I've never heard of this guy before.
So George Clooney says that Donald Trump is not going to be the next president. Hey, George Clooney, shut up. This guy, George Clooney, is a clearly clueless clown, cleverly clod-hopping clandestinely for Clinton through the climactic process of choosing a presidential candidate. Put that in your Scrabble-loving pipe and smoke it, George Clooney. This is the same George Clooney that claimed there's too much money in politics while charging $30,000 for a plate lunch at a Hillary Clinton fundraiser at his mansion. Give me a break, George. Then there's Johnny Diabolical Debauchery Depp. In a less than self-deprecating moment, says that if Donald Trump is elected president, he will be the last president of the United States of America. The country will just never be the same. Come on, man. We survived 8 years of Bush, 8 years of Clinton, 8 years of Obama. We need Donald Trump to fix this mess that you Hollywood liberals have gotten us into in the first place. And how ironic is it that Johnny Diabolical Deprecating Depp wants to wait till he's on the set of Alice Through the Looking Glass to have a reality check? Come on, man. Get that weak shit out of here, son. We ain't trying to hear what you Hollywood types have to say. We're taking our country back now, fool. That's right. This is gonna be the pecking order, George Clooney. America first, Hollywood last. How about that? I said all that to say this. Donald Trump for president. Trump 2016. Let's make America great again.
All right.
That was Steve Spell too, and I love the guy. Just his rants.
Was that on
it's kind of corny,
YouTube,
but,
or where'd you find that?
Both on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
I get all his stuff on Facebook a lot, but like I said, and that's where I met him, and we were talking back and forth about Facebook stuff and shop. We're talking shop, and it's just a great all around blue collar worker kind of guy, construction worker, regular East Coast kind of guy.
Seems like a good spokesperson. That's awesome.
And he's been railing against Hollywood forever. And like I said, he's always been a pro-Trumpster. And again, you know, I take anybody, but we've got Trump. This is what it is. This is the party. We've got Trump. Trump needs right now less than California to get 1237. Less than California.
I mean, are we even? He's going to get his
1237. I mean, it's absolutely going to. He's like 100 and some change away from that. So it's absolutely going to happen.
Oh, last week, Glenn Beck and his peoples that he does his show with were so anticipating. They were salivating over the possibility of Cruz winning Nebraska, so that this thing he could come back into the race since he only suspended his campaign.
And that's what maybe the email was sent by Glenn Beck. I don't know. But the email made mention
that he was going to unsuspend.
That even though he suspended his campaign, that does not mean he's not still in it.
Right, because
he's just not raising money.
Well, they also need to prevent, if somehow they were able to prevent Trump from getting the 1237, then all bets are off still, because then he doesn't win on the first ballot, which opens up people, the delegates, to vote for however they want on the second ballot in a lot of states and blah, blah, blah.
I'm telling you right now, it's just...
It's not going to happen. He's going to get to 1237.
If it's anybody other right now, just right now, I don't care if you like Trump, you hate Trump, I don't care right now. The point, this is absolute serious. If Trump is not the official nominee for the GOP, if he is not, the entire GOP will implode and Clinton will be elected.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's either that or she goes to prison.
Some of them actually want that. I know. I'm talking about GOP people. There are GOP people who there was
the status quo. We got to keep the status quo. We got to keep all the money flooding into our pockets. We got to keep all the money just rolling through. Trump this week was attacked for raising money for the general election, because I thought you said you were self-funded. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that was running up to become the nominee. Now that I am the nominee, I've got to do what I've got to do to win this thing, which means GOP money, GOP funding, and campaigning for money. And there's a multi-billionaire out there, I read this over Breitbart over the weekend, and this just comforted. It's like a little 3-year-old child hasn't seen his mother all day. And she comes home and she wraps the blanket around him and just comforts him. I felt like that when I read this article. It's just so emotional. But this multi-billionaire out there, Sheldon Adelson, said that, hey, Trump, I got $100 million for you.
Ooh.
Going to write a check. It's not going to be one of them big checks that you get at the golf course, not the big giant check.
No, I was going to say, isn't that exceed the maximum amount that you're allowed to donate?
Not unless you give it to a super PAC.
Oh, so he's going to dump it on the super PAC.
Pack it on a super PAC.
All right.
So Sheldon is going to write a check for $100 million. Now, when you think about it, I believed that Obama raised, like $800 million?
I thought it was over $1 billion.
Okay. So in the grand scheme of things, the $100 million is 1/10 of what you need, apparently, to get this position, the highest position in the land.
Right.
So Trump's also been coming out, and Hillary's been attempting to attack Trump.
Oh, yeah.
It's so sad.
You think?
It's so sad. But so Trump's crooked, his nickname for Hillary, Crooked Hillary, is taking hold.
Yeah, and I heard that Democrats are really getting worried about that specifically. They are worried that that name calling might actually stick.
Yes,
they're worried about that.
And it has the hashtag. Well, and then Hillary tried to come out with a hash. Well, her Twitter twits tried to come out with a hashtag for Hillary, saying hashtag Hillary so qualified.
Oh, what? Did we report on this?
We did. But Bernie Sanders twits. It's hijacked the hashtag and said hashtag
conservatives did.
No, they said. Well, originally they said the Sanders crew did.
Okay.
They hijacked the hashtag and it's hashtag Hillary so qualified space Benghazi.
Right. Yeah. It turned into a big a trending topic that was taken over by the anti-Hillary people.
So this and Clinton obviously scared, worried that these things are coming down the pipe. Also, a Breitbart writer and always Trumpster is coming out with a new documentary called Clinton Cash.
Awesome.
And I've got the trailer, but I just want to kind of prep this for you a little bit. This is coming out in cans here, I think next week, this week. It's coming out very soon in the underground world of film. And the people who have already seen it, the ones who've already seen this trailer, or already seen bits and pieces of it, are reporting on it already. And, Salon.com came out, and the title of their article for this trailer, devastating Clinton Cash documentary set to rock cans next week.
Interesting. Are they trying to preempt it? Is it not that?
I think so, because Salon is in the bag for Hillary.
Oh, they are a communist rag,
right,
flat out.
Right. And then Time Magazine titled their article, Clinton Cash is a scathing broadside aimed at persuading liberals.
That's kind of surprising. So it's not, their audience isn't necessarily just the conservatives. Their audience is liberals?
Their audience is liberals. And then when you get into the article and you start reading about it, all those, I guess you want to, like they used to call them back in the day, the Reagan Democrats, or the Democrats who are on the fence or not sure.
Kind of like independents, but.
And they call themselves, half the time they call themselves independents, and then when a Democrat wins, they call themselves a Democrat.
Oh, fair weather fans.
Yeah, fair weather friends. And in the article, it says that this movie, if seen by those folks, will absolutely drop the hammer for Trump.
Well, then this needs to be seen.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So it's a trailer, and it's on YouTube. You can Google it. It's no big deal. But like I said, it is a trailer, so there's visuals. But I'm going to play it for you so you can hear it. And it, you judge for yourself.
Greetings from Washington. I want to thank all of you for your work to root out corruption that weakens economic development, feeds black markets, and organized crime. and undermines the promise of democracy.
I believe in the oldest adage in American politics, which is follow the money.
A new report today claims that the Clinton Foundation gives about 10% of its money that it raises to actual charities.
Enormous amount.